Welcome to the Cardboard Cave Podcast, the #1 show in Puerto Rico about trading card games. Thanks for Alter Sleeves for sponsoring our show. Use our affiliate link or code CardboardCave for 5% off your order and spice up your commander. Don't forget to follow us on our social media or listen to us in all major audio platforms. Thanks for being part of our community, and please like, share, and comment below. Plus enjoy the live show.
Hello and welcome. It's been a long time that I have not been here, but welcome back to the Cardboard Cave podcast. Just to give you a slight little things of why I wasn't here in the Cardboard Cave was due to that I had some family things that I had to do, family matters, and I was literally out of commission due to the situations that I was in hand. So, but we're back in action, and not only myself, all the cast and the host are here with me today, because today we're just not only going to be talking about March of the Machines, we're going to talk about Wizard of the Coast doing many countless of things to a content creator. So no further ado, let's go ahead and say hello to all of our hosts of the Cardboard Cave podcast, and as well follow us in all of our social media. Hit that follow button, subscribe, like, share, and don't forget that you can check out altersleeves.com/cardboard cave for your beautiful alter sleeves, and as well it will help us and you guys will spice up your decks. So no further ado, let's go ahead and make a presentation to all of our other hosts of the show. Let's bring the one and only, the master of the dark arts, the one and only JP.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, JP? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just
Same.
getting ready and testing out new commander deck.
That's amazing.
It's in the making.
Okay, I'm super excited because recently I went to Titan Games and I acquired a Jewel Lotus and a Mox Opal by making store credit. And thanks to our friend Carlos, he was selling one of his mana crypts, so I'm getting that mana crypt on my hands as well. I'm gonna see if I can convince him to sell me one of his Chrome Mox, because then with those cards, I'm very, very close to finishing Shurikai and making him legal. So it will be kind of great. So let's go ahead and present our favorite director of all time, the winner of many, many awards. As well, his one of his short films is actually, you can see it live. I don't remember the film festival. He'll give you the details right away, but it's live right now that you can watch it in one of the film festivals available in the States. But here's the one and only Orengo.
Hi, what's up? I'm also just a gift for now. I'll put my camera soon. Yeah, you can find my short if you go to Produce Tabaquero on Instagram. Right now we have on the story the link. It's the festival is called the Latino and Native American Film Festival. It's a little small festival, but they have a virtual component, so you can basically watch my short film for free, I think, until the end of this month. So like in a few days. Yeah.
Amazing. Right now I'm actually passing I think it's until the end of the month, covering the first annual International Film Festival, virtual film festival. I'm missing one more film to watch, because the good thing is that you can choose them. I finished one recently that's called The Exam. Amazing film.
Nice.
My next film that I'm going to start watching tomorrow is called Narcosis. So let's see how it is. All the films are international films. There are no English dub nor nothing. It's just their native language and English subtitles. It's an amazing I will give more details in the video, but it's an amazing festival. I had a lot of fun, and the people are amazing as well. So let's go ahead and present our last host of the show, is the person that most of the time gets here late, but we still love him and care for him, is the one and only Chris.
Hey, what's up, my dudes?
Sup,
Hey, what's up?
Chris?
How's
Yo,
everybody doing?
all good, all good.
All good, all good.
You guys ready to
We're
talk about that fun stuff that's been happening this week, or what's up?
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes, we are. So
Yes.
let's go ahead and just off the bat, let's leave the content creator stuff for the spiciness at the end. But let's talk about March of the Machines. It's a set that brought a lot of, I think I would say, interesting mechanics. People were excited about it. People loved some of the cards. People enjoyed them. I don't know the experience of the pre-release. I didn't get to attend. I did get the I got the chance to open a pre-release and open a bundle. No value whatsoever.
Oh God.
um, so I think that the fun part about buying a bundle is that you're not there for the booster packs. I think you're more there for the dice and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was, I wasn't gonna buy this bundle until I saw the dice and I was like white and gold, and I was like, I gotta have it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sick.
exactly. No, you guys want to know the sad part. So I went to Cano's Gaming here in Ponce. So Cano, that local game store, still has like really old pre-release kits. So I was super excited. I bought one. I went there to see if he had a bundle, but he didn't have bundles. But he still had the pre-release kits for March of the Machines, and as well, he has still for Baldur's Gate, New Capenna, and damn, what was the other set? Kamigawa, and I think it was Midnight Hunt. I was
Mhm.
super excited because I bought one of March of the Machines and one for Baldur's Gate. I totally forgot that Baldur's Gate only brings 3 booster packs. So either way, I'm super excited because the pre-release card, it came out with a dark ink.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I'll show you guys later on our chat. The foiling is really horrible. But
Interesting.
while I connect my laptop, because I totally forgot to connect my laptop to power, guys, give your opinions of March of the Machines, and then we'll keep talking about those prices that are super super juicy and amazing to get.
So I didn't get to play the pre-release. I'm not sure if any of you two got to play the pre-release, but I did get to open the pack, and I have a mega big complaint. I
Okay.
didn't realize. So you understand that when you open your packs, you can play with every card that you opened,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And especially when they do these promo pack versions. So in this case, the Multiverse Legends,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Last time they did it was what, Strixhaven, and before that, any of the, like, if you were playing Kaladesh and you opened a Soul Ring, you could use it in the draft. You could, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you right in the promo pack where you get the stamped foil, there's that card, and that card is playable. Behind that card is one of 3 cards: Satoru and Gorogoro and Satoru, Squee and Slimefoot, and Lear and Catilda. Right?
Mhm.
Those 3 cards aren't playable.
What do you mean?
You can,
Interesting.
they're not legal for drafting purposes for sealed,
Oh, yeah, true.
and they came in the sealed box. Apparently, there
Really?
was a lot of controversy because a lot of people were playing those cards because they're pretty powerful cards,
Yeah.
and it forced people like, oh, maybe I should build this color because this card is really strong, and I have enough of the other colors, and they build their deck around that, and having like that in mind, and that's not a thing you can do. Historically, you could open a pre-release pack, open your 6 boosters,
Mhm.
then open the promo pack with your stamped foil, and that you could play that too. But inside the pack, there's an illegal card basically,
Mhm.
and
That's crazy.
they didn't really announce that at all. Like it's in the Wizards, it's in their site, but
Yeah.
nowhere in the packaging was there any sign? Because
Oh, wow.
if I were to play the pre-release, when I opened the Squeam Slimefoot, I was like, okay, I guess I'm playing Jund because that card's broken, and I had enough to play Jund if I were to play.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. It is crazy. I didn't get to play it. I didn't get to play the pre-release. I might try it on Arena. It's how I did. Dominaria. Was it United the last set? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
for
like the
No,
last
wait.
one,
It was
like-
one with the
All will
machines,
be
right?
one.
All will
Yeah.
be one.
all of the one.
All will be one. Yeah. So I did. I all will be one. I did get to draft it in Arena. So I'll probably draft this in Arena as well. What gets me very shocked is the fact that no matter if you buy a set booster box or a draft booster box, I'm not gonna include Jumpstart because Jumpstart is like a whole nother world. But no matter which one you buy, there's no value in terms of like if you want to make money.
Mhm.
Right now, the most expensive card, excluding the Jingitaxis serial card, that is right now going for there's 6 listings as low as $1,700.
Crazy.
The most expensive card right now is Elish Norn.
And I
Like
the
vanilla Elish Norn.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't understand the hype behind the card. Like
Dude, it's
I
like
understand.
so broken, man. It's broken.
No, it's not. I've seen every other Praetor do more. Every time she hits the field, she reads, and when Elish Norn enters the battlefield, target opponent tutors a removal spell and destroys it.
Yeah.
And even when she
Yeah.
sticks around, I've never seen her do stuff.
But
That is
commander though, but commander.
She's not even that
You-
good of a commander.
Well, wait, which one? The one from All Will Be One, or the one that is right now?
No. The new one. The new
The
one.
new one, yeah, the new one. The new one is trash. I'm
I don't
not
like
gonna-
like I feel like it's really good, but it's not like I don't understand why it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going for right now. The most lowest listing is $18.99. That's the lowest listing, non-foil.
I don't know, like exactly. I don't feel like that's a basically $20 card.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
I mean, at best, it just keeps like aggro decks from like dealing too much damage from to your face, maybe, and then it flips over to just maybe finish the game the turn after she flipped.
Yep.
Then the third part is just okay, fantastic. You have to do it again. That's about it.
When is the Yu-Gi-Oh, the MTG Yu-Gi-Oh set coming out?
MTG Yu-Gi-Oh set.
Yeah,
What?
the booster packs that are like 5 cards in each booster pack.
Right. No, that's after summer. I know it's
okay.
after summer, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I thought that's what the leaked set was supposed to be. No.
No, it's like you know that Yu-Gi-Oh has like their main set, and then out of a couple of months pass, and then they do like this small booster box that includes that buffers the set.
With a bunch of reprints and stuff. Basically, this is supposed to be the 30-year anniversary type product that Wizards should have done but didn't. But Yu-Gi-Oh is actually doing so. It's a reprint of like old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and the boosters are like $5 a piece. And it's a reprint of like the first few sets of Yu-Gi-Oh, like an actual reprint. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought this was something MTG was doing.
No. It was literally
Okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh
gotcha.
stuff. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh doing better than what like Wizards is doing.
Yeah, it's I think it's March of the Machines Aftermath.
Oh no, then Orengo and you are talking about two different things.
Yep.
now
I can't know what the hell.
If I'm not mistaken, Orengo, your thing already, the thing you're mentioning already happened.
Oh, okay.
It's already out.
Okay.
Because I've already seen pack openings.
Okay.
What John is mentioning is the aftermath. is what's coming
Right.
after.
Yeah,
Like
No,
yeah.
it comes
actually,
in
I'm
May.
not talking about Aftermath. I'm talking about that set that is like that the booster packs are like that brings 4 cards or 5 cards.
So Aftermath.
I really thought that's what they were doing with Aftermath. Hey, little buddy.
Yep, there's a little buddy. So yeah, Aftermath is exactly doing that. Yeah,
It's Aftermath.
yeah, it's Aftermath.
Yeah. So
So
Aftermath
what do
is
you
a
guys
set.
have, what do you guys say? What do you guys think about Magic the Gathering going towards the Yu-Gi-Oh approach and as well those prices? Because I think we have to talk about those prices.
I haven't
Oh.
seen any prices for Aftermath, so I'm
The
actually
Aftermath prices are exactly the same as your normal March of the Machine prices. Literally the same price. You're paying the same price for a third of the cardboard that you used to get.
but technically it's more quality because you already. I mean, we
it's
already
more,
know what's
it's
coming.
more premium.
No.
'Cause we-
But even the normal booster. So if you like take like a booster box, like a normal like draft box, right? It's exactly
Yeah.
the same in terms of cost as a like the Martian Machines one, but you have 5 cards as opposed to 12, 13, 14.
Okay, yeah. Then
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yes, you're getting a third of the cardboard per booster. And if it's a collector ones, you do get 6, but you know what?
Wait,
One of them
wait.
one of them
Oh
is a
yeah, never
token.
mind. That's a collector. Yeah, it's
Yeah, the
no,
collectors-
It says 6 magic cards.
Yes, because one of
plus
them is a
1 foil
token.
token.
Yes.
Isn't it 7?
So no. I'm sorry. It's still 6. It's just one of them is a token. I saw the openings. It was just 3
Oh,
rares, 3
yeah, I got
uncommons. I'm sorry, it's 3 uncommons, all foil, and then 2 shots at the rare and or mythic with different like styles, basically.
Yeah.
And then
Gotcha.
the token. So considering that, I think it's abhorrent and it's scary. And if this makes money, which I don't think it
Amazon got
will,
some at $18.45. Like
yes, because they started lowering the price because they know they can't sell at $20 a pop. That's not possible. Like no one's gonna buy this at $20 a pop, especially now this set has been leaked. People know what's in it. There's not a lot of value. Like the best thing that you got there is training grounds, to be honest.
Yeah, it's already gone down from the collectors has
It was
gone
40
down to
it was-
$204, and then the booster, like the I don't know, set boosters, whatever you want to call them, or epilogue booster box,
Yeah.
is $78, down from 81.
Yeah.
Where you kind of leaked that training ground is coming in Aftermath,
Yes, sir.
and a lot of people already know that training ground is coming out in Aftermath. It went from $40 to 10, kind of below 10
Nice.
at its lowest. So
Nice. That's good.
Just wait upon release, and all those cards from Aftermath are gonna like tank in price.
Oh yeah, definitely.
hopefully,
There's I feel like
Not-
there's not a lot of value here. Not
Yeah,
really.
that's the thing is that's the sad part. Like when you go ahead and let's, for instance, I bought a bundle. Bundles are the only place that I could find a bundle was in Walmart. I'm not gonna lie. No local game store had bundles, and it was either because the distributor was late or because apparently somebody bought them all off the fly.
Yeah.
So I got mine on Walmart, and even though I thought I pulled Glory, when I checked the prices, it was like cards for like 25 cents. I think the most expensive card cost like $4.
Yeah.
You know, and I was super excited because one of the cards that I did pull was Baral with the Kaladesh invention border. I was like, oh dope, we got this. And when I checked the price, it's like 25 cents.
I mean, Burrow wasn't really expensive to begin with.
No, I know, but
Yeah, it's
I
like a
mean that
$3
due to the what, you know, in terms of like, not saying there's like a high value card, but in terms of like it's an invention border. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you have the Baral with the invention border?
Yes.
Nice. I want that.
Really good pull.
Give it to me.
It's on foil just in case.
I don't care.
Perfect.
I want it. Cheap.
Sounds perfect.
Yep. Sounds like a good
You
value.
know, and then one of the other things that, you know, me being a Super Friends, an ex Super Friends Commander player,
Ooh.
I was not even hyped for the Planeswalkers. Like the only one that I was like really enjoyed, that I actually said, oh, this card does actually do something, is Renin 8, I think it is called.
Ren on the Realm, the Realm Breaker.
Yeah. that's the only, just in case, guys, if whoever's listening, I didn't have time to check the cards, so if I mess up with the names or something, it's because I didn't have time to check them out. So um uh but yeah, like I was not super excited about this set. Everybody, like, I'm not gonna lie, the people that were around that I hang out with, they were all like, oh my god, this said that, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing here.
Hmm.
you know and when you sit down and you see videos excluding content creators that are sponsored by Magic the Gathering, Wizard of the Coast, um, when you see videos that are like the Professor, the CDH, I forgot their CDH tap out, I think is what they're called, CDH competitive, I think it is, and you see these other content creators that are not sponsored by Wizard of the Coast, and they do go ahead and say like, yeah, this set is okay. It's not the hype that we were aiming for, and
Hmm.
it's sad that even though if you go to a local game store and you go to a tournament, and let's say well, the tournament normally is $5, and let's say that you did get first place, you get, I don't know what, depending on the store and depending how many people, I think the maximum that I've seen in booster packs has been 12, when there's a lot of people. So even though if you open those 12 booster packs, that does not give you a road if they're draft, right? If they're draft booster packs, there's no value in them. The only ones that can give you a little bit of value is set boosters, and it's sad. It's really
Yeah,
sad.
Mhm.
it's pretty crazy.
you know and as well, I think Orengo mentioned this in one of our podcasts, and I think that JP and Chris as well in one of our previous episodes, is that the fatigue of
Mhm.
having so many art cards, so many different arts for
I
the cards.
I think it's just mostly like product fatigue, but I actually
Sure.
like a lot of the art cards, like having multiple arts for stuff. It only gets like becomes a problem when you take the all will be one approach to it with Ella Schnorn, because she had her normal art, but then she had
Hmm.
her black and white art, but then she had the Junji Ito art, but then there was another special art, and then there's
The
the
oil
normal,
sick.
and then no,
Mhm.
another special art, and then you get each one of those in oil, in oil, like I don't know, yeah. The other special art is the like concept art.
Hmm.
Then you have all of those in foil. Then you have all of those in oil slick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
when it starts becoming a bit more like a fatigue. Oh wait, and I didn't even mention the special foiling that has the Phyrexian marking, because there's the all will be one the complete edition, because there's another version of
mhm.
her in the complete edition.
Mhm.
So what? That's five version plus five foils plus five oils, like the oil
I think it's oil
foiling,
silk, but textured, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
whatever
Yeah.
it may be. It was a bit too many printings of one card.
too much.
Mhm.
Granted,
Too
that
much.
one card is actually really, really strong,
Mhm.
Hmm.
but it's still.
I feel like it's good if it keeps the price down in general, but like a lot of these arts get to like be super rare,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
those prices go like up like to a level which I think is insane for a piece of cardboard, even with how Magic the Gathering is already insane for what we pay for cardboard.
Okay, let's talk about
Yep.
prices then, and look at this. The Elish Norn serial number. Serial. Oh, yeah. Let's just put it like that. The serial numbered Elish Norn is for 2,400.
Mhm.
The March of the Machines Multiverse Legends, the other serial number one that comes in the Multiverse Legends pack, is at 730. The Borderless Step and Complete Foil Elish Norn is at 141. The Concept Creature one is at 75. The regular Phyrexian one, Step and Complete Foil, is at 49 $40. So yeah, the prices fluctuate into, at least if they're not foil. If they're not foil or steep and complete foil, they're varying into between 40 to 35. And for everybody that has the Judge promo, Elishner, that's the one that came in Phyrexian, the first one, is at $110. Even the oil silk raised foil is at $71. Yeah, prices are like, and yeah,
Are they
just
actually selling these? Like, I don't.
yeah, they are actually selling these. Yeah.
Okay, okay. No, but I mean, like how many have been sold like yesterday, for example? You know what I
Which
mean?
one do you want to know?
The last one you mentioned. I think the oil slick was the last
Oil
one you
slick.
mentioned. Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
Yeah.
The
I just
most
want to gauge,
recent,
like how many.
the last one that was sold at least here. Well, there's 3 months. Let's put it in 1 month. This past month,
Sure.
last one that was sold was on April 25 for
Mm.
77 and 78 cents.
Okay. What was the date?
Foil.
Yesterday.
April 25,
Yes, sir.
yesterday.
Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to gauge. That's all.
And this is the one that comes in the complete edition.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the one that a lot of people were super hyped about and were crazy to get the complete edition. This was supposed to be like the collectible one, and it's actually in a doable price if you're interested
Mm-hmm.
in that type of like texture foil.
Yeah.
So it is, I don't know, guys. Like I this set was, I will say, okay. I like the battle cards. The battle cards seem fun. I think that the most powerful one is Invasion of Ikoria is the one that is people are going bonkers for.
Yeah.
That's not that expensive now, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Like because I got one. I literally just put it in a sleeve inside the deck, and I also got the other one that a lot of people were hyped about was Fairy Mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
Invasion of Ikoria, if it's not foil, you can get it for $13.
I got mine for 8.
GG. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. It's just sad, you know. It's just sad that we are in the end of the story, or the reboot. Let's call it. We're in the end of Warner Brothers rebooting the series, and
Warner Brothers. Wizards.
I know. I'm just just using the metaphor, you know. We're at Warner Brothers resetting the Planeswalkerverse, and they're kicking out Zack Snyder to just do whatever they're gonna do now. And apparently, let's go ahead and is there anything else before? I know that Orengo had another topic before talking about the YouTuber, correct?
Yeah, we were gonna get straight into the spoilers, and after the spoilers, we were talking
Yeah.
about the controversy behind those spoilers.
Exactly. We're going to talk to the leaks.
Oh,
We're going to leak them. We don't care. We're never
Not
going to get
spoilers,
sponsored by.
leaks. It's very
Yeah, exactly.
important.
We're never going to get sponsored by Wizards. We can leak everything. We don't care.
Leak it all.
Leak
Yes.
it all. We don't care.
I think that we've gone.
It's the first time we actually get exclusives by Wizards. You know,
Hey,
everyone got
look
them
at
too. Yeah.
Everyone got their exclusive. Let's go.
Exactly.
everybody
Let's
got
go.
their exclusives.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh God. Okay, let's go ahead. I think I have them here.
Bless that man. In 3 videos, he spoiled the whole set.
Correct.
That is true.
What upsets me is the price. Like, I think the idea of having a mini set is an interesting concept if they do it every once in a while, I guess. I know it's to like fill a gap in terms of product for like the month, but I'm not against the idea of having like a little mini set because Pokemon does it in Japan all the time. You know, it's a cool concept.
Mhm.
I dig it. But what I don't agree is the price. The price is insane. The fact they're literally charging you the same as a normal standard with 200 plus cards in it.
Yeah. For
Booster.
120.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. It's obscene.
Okay, I'm just checking. Okay,
I
you
dig
guys
I dig the idea they kept with doing the alternate framings depending of the planes that the cards are in. So Karn
Oh,
being
that's
like
not
the
gonna work.
old school one. I dig that approach. having all of them have their respective border and continuing
Just in
that idea
case
from
guys pay attention to the chat, because if the chat, I don't have two screens.
sure, no problem. But yeah, I appreciate the framing and the use of those frames. That was like the continuation that they did on March of the Machines. Um, one point that the professor mentioned, and me, I'm not a lore person, but I kind of have to agree. I know that the professor, I think, said that he was a little upset that they didn't allow, like, Wizards didn't allow March of the Machines to stand on its own, because even from the teaser video you already know the outcome of what's going to happen in March of the Machines. And a better approach in terms of the narrative storytelling they wanted to tell was to have the establishing the threat, which was all will be one, then having March of the Machines be the attack, and then
Mhm.
a third complete set be like the conclusion of that
Mm-hmm.
fight. But we didn't have that. We kind of had like the fight of the conclusion in the same set, and then a weird epilogue, which could have been in the normal set of March of the Machines. Then it got offshooted
Could have just
into
been
like an
another
epilogue.
March of the Machine set, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could have easily done it, and I'm pretty sure people would have paid for it, no problem.
Mhm.
So in terms of the story, again, which I don't care that much, I feel like people got bamboozled in terms of
It's
narrative.
it's
Got
the same.
rushed.
It's the same concept for like War of the Spark.
Mhm.
How Ravnik, guilds of Ravnica was like, oh shit, something's going down.
Yeah.
Guild people are dying. Why are these planeswalkers here? Then
Mm-hmm.
Ravnica Allegiance. Why are more planeswalkers in the story? Why are so many planeswalkers here? Then War of the Spark is like,
Yeah.
this is why so
Mhm.
many planeswalkers are here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe they took the idea of War of the Spark because technically the war only lasted for that set,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
but it was a buildup of years.
Yes.
This has also been a buildup of years, but instead of having three sets to kind of build up the final battle, because you could just have the final battle be the final battle, just like in War of the Spark,
Mm-hmm.
like be the beginning, middle, and end of the battle could have
Mhm.
been just one set, and that could have been fine if there was another build-up set.
Mhm. Yep.
In
Yeah.
like it's what was just the same sorry, the same thing you guys are saying, except instead of another set afterwards, trying like as in this is the middle of the war and then another one that's the end of the war.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
could just have one as a build up and then the end of the war, which is this them sweeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is that, hey, like in movies they do it a lot. You know,
Yeah,
they
of
if
course.
it you know we had Avengers, uh, Infinity War, and then we
Hmm.
had Endgame.
Yeah.
Just look even more classic. Just Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
New Hope. Oh, it's beginning.
Yeah.
Then the Empire Strikes Back. Oh no, they're losing. All will be one felt like Empire Strikes Back. Oh no,
Yeah.
we're losing. They're
Yeah.
gonna win.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like there was like it was like, oh shit, that's this like this is it. This is it. And
I'm
then
also
it just
not
kind of
happy with how it felt kind of inconsequential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
Definitely.
yes.
Everything just kind of reset. Like everyone is still basically alive. We only missed what Jaya, which unfortunately hasn't had a huge part in the Magic story in the last few years.
Mhm.
Ajani would have been like being dead after being completed, or just being like a looming threat that's kind of like turned off until something like until 10 years from now they need to revive Pyrexia again for some reason.
I
Would
felt like
have been
like
fine.
Elspeth needed to kill Ajani. Is like Ajani saved
Definitely, I
Elspeth.
agree.
Elspeth saved Ajani.
Mhm.
Then Ajani failed at saving Elspeth, and then Elspeth has to kill Ajani. That was like, oh, that's a perfect
Hmm.
like circle in this case.
Yeah.
But uh, I'm not happy with how it ended. My personal take, and this is just my personal take,
Hmm.
they offed my two favorite characters way too
Mm.
fast,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
is Sheoldred and Urabrask, because the combination of their philosophies would have been perfect for a looming threat of Phyrexia for the future.
Hmm.
What I mean by that is, instead of you could just kill off Vorinclex, Elishnorn, and Jingataxius because Elishnorn needs to die,
Yeah.
and the other three I don't really care about them. And Urubras will only have you be a Phyrexian if you want it to be, and Shieldred will only have you be a Phyrexian if you are worthy, if you actually bring something to the table. He doesn't care. She doesn't care if you want it. You know, what do you bring? What power do you bring? What to Phyrexia? And that giving that people that choice would have been a lot more acceptable than trying to complete everyone.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You could have also just had like Elish Norn die and Jin-Gitaxias be able to go forward with his plan, just without the world tree and without like certain resources. Like their armies would be decimated still, like they would still need to build up again, and all these things. I don't know. It just could have been done. It just could have been done better. The pacing was just really off
It was
with
too rushed.
how they like
Yeah.
wrote it. Like it feels written
Uh,
like super rushed.
Mm-hmm.
it,
Agree.
Vorinclex just kind of dies to random soldiers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Uh,
like
like what's his name? Jin-Gitaxias had like a dramatic like little fight at the end with Elish, like towards his end. They kind of both died at the same time, but I feel like same deal. It was just kind of like it was just really quick and anticlimactic, like the way everything just kind of went down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it did. Look, it's like they should have just done what we have been saying. Just have two big sets, have the beginning, and then you have the end. Two big sets that people will obviously invest in, because
I
if
mean,
you want
the beginning and the end is exactly what they did, because what
um,
they didn't let it like develop, like didn't let the war like really develop much. It was just war and end, and now aftermath.
Yeah.
exactly, that's what I'm stating. They should have just made ones from this set, March of the Machines, full freaking set about it, of
Mhm.
only the war, and then you have the aftermath, a complete set of what comes after, of the continuation of what happened when the war ended.
Yeah,
Then
like
you
you
have
could have left the
all this
restoration of
bombardment.
Ajani as like a surprise for March of the Machines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
uh,
sorry, not March of the Machines. As a surprise for aftermath, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even then, it would have still felt a little better. Even though, again, I just still don't like how a lot of the deaths in Magic recently just feel really inconsequential. Like they just don't. Gideon was the last significant death.
Hey, I mean, Jace could be dead.
Jay should have been dead like so many sets ago.
He's not
He
gonna
should have
die
just
though. He's not gonna
died
die.
not
with
gonna die.
Jace,
Nicole Bolas
yeah.
at War of the Spark. Like
He's not
they
gonna die.
like he
They're
should have
gonna
just
give me.
died
They're
an
gonna give me one.
unceremonious death.
They're gonna give me a juicy pirate Jace, who's not gonna be a placewalker. He's gonna be a creature now. That's what. That's what
No.
I'm gonna get.
No, but didn't everyone just kind of get scattered to their planes of origin or something?
Oh, true. I'm
I'm
just.
not sure if that's exactly what
We're
happened,
not
but
sure. We're not sure. We just have like the art. It's like
Exactly.
art,
just
yeah.
a card to try to decipher. Uh, well, what I
Because
feel
if
like
everyone
was
did,
like
that means that this guy's going back to like not the Sphinx, but like whatever plane he was before he reached
Vryn.
Almaret. Vryn, right?
Yeah, Alhammer is from Bryn.
Oh, I thought. Never mind then.
I'm just gonna get a creature Jace. That's all I want in my life. So.
Uh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, like the other thing is the fact that the whole set, this whole upcoming set, was spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if
right there.
I don't know.
Not spoiled, leaked.
Leaked.
It not only
Leaked.
sounds juicier, it more accurately describes the situation.
The thing
Yes.
is that it's interesting, the fact that content creators do receive this product beforehand,
Mhm.
Mhm.
probably just to get like their feedback and
It's to
um,
promote. If it's for big
exactly.
content creators, it's usually to promote the set. That's why they get them beforehand.
and but it's really interesting how this content creator just wanted to be like, hey, here it is, my peeps, give it to you all.
I don't think he knew. I don't think he was kind of aware of what he was opening.
Let's actually discuss what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
go ahead.
So what happened was this guy just bought March of the Machines collector boosters, and his buddy was like, "Hey, I have collector boosters. You could want to buy them." He's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll open them." His content is just cracking open packs.
Yeah.
So he got his pack and is like, "This is March of the Machines, but it's not like the one I wanted. It's Aftermath. I don't think this is even out. I mean, I guess." And he just started opening them.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
he opened what, 3 videos?
He did 3 videos. Yes.
He did
And basically
3
revealed the whole
videos.
set.
He revealed the entire set.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
there's a bunch of like people just talking about it. It's like, how did he get this? How did is this even legal?
Yeah.
And Wizard of the Coast ended up having they basically sent armed goons to take his cardboard.
His fucking cardboard.
No, no, they're a private
Armed
security
armed
firm. They're a
goons.
private security firm. What are you
Sure, they're
talking
not goons.
about? They're not known for breaking up labor
you see,
unions.
you see, they I'll take this seriously if not for the fact that you could acquire this stuff usually through lawyers and the cops,
Yeah.
but because he is a consumer and he is not the one at fault,
Yeah.
they couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
they decided to literally send armed goons.
Yeah.
He decided to cooperate.
Cardboard out of them.
Like, he decided to cooperate, but he didn't need to, and he's still entitled to sue.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he only complied because he was freaking scared. Like, he probably got a little bit scared because, freaking people were like making his wife cry and everything.
Yeah.
Yo, but just imagine, because I know that in the States and in other places, when you're like a famous streamer, especially streamers, sometimes you have that group of like your community that are they think that they'd like to do funny things, and they go ahead and just call the police to get your house swatted. So I just imagine him just like recording a video, all like very, I don't know. Let's put it. Lorcana is the next set that is like the next card game that is upcoming. So I imagine that he's just opening Lorcana, recording, and then he goes ahead and there's a bunch of like people with M4s just
Just as Mickey
around
Mouse
you.
coming in through the door.
Yeah.
This is for
Give
Lord.
me back that Mickey. Give me back that Mickey Mouse.
Give me back the foil, Mickey. No, not that one. That's
Not
the
that
ugly
one.
one. Give me the
Stupid.
foil.
So I just imagine him like it's really interesting. And again, if it wasn't something that it was not his fault, what can you do about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The question is, who in Wizard of the Coast screwed up? That's the question.
I mean, it might not have been Wizards. It might have been a supplier. So that sent out the
I
wrong
can't
merch.
blame them because the set is almost identical in name. You know what I mean? And
They gotta give me
probably
the name of the seller, but
the thing is, like, if you give you a whole box, right? Assuming the box says like March of the Machine, sometimes those boxes don't say the whole thing. They might
they
like
don't say
crop
the whole
out some letters or might have like abbreviations, and because of that, it might have literally said March of Mashik, and then it cuts off, and you're like assuming, well, it's March of the Machines, of course, and you just sell it off, and then even the packaging kind of looks the same. The aftermath in the font is kind of smaller. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, I cannot blame anyone for getting genuinely confused at what they're opening. So it's screwed up. It's screwed up that the poor man opening boxes because he didn't know any better, and then Wizards sending goons to retrieve the cardboard, which was completely unnecessary. Because if the point of this was to retrieve the product in order to verify, like, where did this product originated from, the cardboard isn't going to tell you where it came from. It's the
Exactly.
boosters and the box. Like the box it came in will give you the
Mhm.
serialized numbering, so you know where you can like trace it, the origin from. So the fact that they stole this man's poor bunch of training grounds he could have sold off later on when the set became available, like, it screwed up. They took away his freaking cards.
that's insane.
Yeah.
They literally just like took away his freaking money. Like, that's
They
straight
stole
up
from
ridiculous.
him.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stole from him. Exactly. They literally stole from
Yeah,
him.
there were other ways to work this out. They could have just
This
like,
just sounds
hey,
like some
sent him an email.
dystopian. It's just some dystopian like cyberpunk stuff, dude. That,
Mhm.
that just feels like a corporation
What?
sent armed goons to get like their merch back from you. Because
Yo, this feels like this film Equilibrium.
Yeah.
You know that if you didn't pay for your organ, people are gonna go get your organ back, bro.
It's
jeez,
crazy.
You're gonna have Christian Bale breaking through your door down just to get your organ back.
It's crazy, man.
worst they could like best like they could have at least like I don't know traded him for like a promo like Shadowborn Apostle or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
They
at
said
least
he's
don't
gonna
make
get
the experience
compensated
feel bad.
But I don't believe
in
that.
in
He's
another
gonna
statement.
He's gonna
But
get
I think he's
compensated
getting
when they're
yeah,
gonna
but
when they need good press, bro. That's
Mhm.
what's
but
gonna happen
yes, that's
because
that.
they've destroyed the goodwill of everybody over the past year. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's exactly why he's getting compensated because he said this is just bad press. This is just bad
Mhm.
PR.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The fact that it's on Polygon and it's like all these news outlets talking about this, like I think Voice Critical on
Moist
YouTube talked
Critical,
about
yeah.
it too. Exactly. So you already
It's
know, like that's really freaking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. This is bad in a level that it's like ridiculous. You know,
It's dystopian.
I
It
didn't
sometimes makes
even know. Like I remember the day that the cards started being leaked, and I remember everybody was like super excited of like the cards. And I remember on last Friday when I went to see everybody, everybody was like, "Oh, do you see the Sarkin? Do you see this?" And I'm like super lost because I'm like I told people like, "Hey, look, you know, I haven't been paying attention to social media because I've been paying attention to my son because he had a surgery a couple of weeks ago, and and when they told me no that they leaked like the whole new set and whatnot, that I started looking for information, and on multiple chats of Magic the Gathering chats they started posting pictures. I'm like, what's going on? You know, because usually, and we all know this because we report most of the time our episodes are of news, but usually it's just a cutout piece that they found on a corner
Yeah, it's like a
or
potato camera of like half of a card, and because
Mhm.
they took it away from like the place where they're
The
actually
assembly
printing them. Yeah,
line.
the assembly line or something like that.
exactly,
Like error cards, we'll get like three of them. We'll get like three, but not like a whole set
not
in
like a whole set.
pristine condition.
Yeah,
HD
like
1080
out of
4K.
the
Like
freaking pack.
crazy. It's crazy. Fresh out of the pack. No, that's
Yeah,
insane.
no, it is insane. That this is the reasons why we'll never get sponsored by Wizard of the Coast.
I remember, so the debate started brewing because people started questioning, like, are leaks a good thing? Do people like leaks? Do people get, privy of leaks? I know some content creators don't like talking about leaks because, they don't want to mess with like the plan that WotC has for like kind of like showcasing these cards in a specific date to drum up hype or whatever. Some people argue like, oh, you just screwed over the content creators, for example, that actually get like the preview cards. But then some other people argue like those preview cards really, like, I think it was Pleasant Kenobi, he talked about like how preview cards for content creators, like, some people think it's like a great thing, and we talked about this, like we actually want to get like that type of treatment from Wizards. But he really talked about the fact that it really doesn't drive up any subscribers or any new people to your content, because
Mhm.
the problem is that once you release the card, it'll just get sent to like Twitter or whatever, and then people will just relay it to like those standard like Scryfall or Mythic Spoilers or MTG Goldfish, and then they'll never go back to the original source. So even if you get stuff like these, it doesn't really get new people into your space, into your community. So even that as being like a negative can't like really be. There's no proof that is actually being like a negative to the content creators.
Mhm.
I don't mind the idea of leaks, because especially we have it right now, screw Wizards. I like the idea of leaks because it just shows the incompetence that Wizard has. It shows you that Wizards having so much product going down the pipeline is really messing with a lot of quality control. It's messing a lot with how they're treating their customers. their products, the even the quality of the cardboard. It's so many things, and it's just how many screw ups has there been going on even in this year? Like we had the whole thing in the landfill with all those cards that they tossed away. We still don't know, and we'll never know the real reason of what happened there. But taking that to account, the leaks that we already know stuff that's coming in Lord of the Rings because someone leaked it like a month ago or 2 months ago. This whole set being leaked. There's a lot of things. The thing about like overprinting and literally like professional economists telling Wizards to not do this because they're destroying their goodwill with the customers, and they still say like, no, we Gucci, bro. We're gonna keep doing this. You know what? We're gonna do more now. We're gonna do more this year.
Yeah, no, it's like it's fine. They're gonna forget about it. That's literally what they were like leaked in one of the emails. It was like, yes. Hey, we're just hoping that like that everyone is just gonna forget about it. It's gonna get swept under the rug. We're good.
So stuff like this happening, I'm just glad it's happening. Because screw them. Yeah. Screw them. Like, it's been a while since I've bought, like, actual products of theirs. Like, I will buy stuff for maybe Commander Legends when it comes out. But I haven't been buying any actual product. I'm not supporting them anymore.
Me neither. Like, the only things, it's like I have a rule. That's something that I spoke to like, our friend, Carlos. Shout out to Carlos, that he's always the friend that we always mention. But he always asks me like, oh, are you gonna buy like this anything from the set? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna buy a pre-release and a bundle. That's it. If I am interested in a card, probably I'll buy it like as a single, or if somebody has it, then I'll trade for it. But I'm not interested in like buying more product. Yeah. Let's put an example. The new Secret Lair drop was already announced. There's a lot of great cards that are gonna come out. But when you sit down, let's put an example. The one that I recently got. I got the one that brings counterbalance and the drop that brings counterbalance. I literally told Carlos like, hey, just put this counterbalance when you receive my binder, put it apart, put it where the expensive cards are, and sell the rest. I really don't care about the rest of the cards. I just wanted that card, and that's what's going to happen with this Secret Lair drop as well, because there's Thassa's Oracle is going to be reprinted, but the other 3 cards, probably people don't need it. They just want the Thassa's Oracle. It's already going for $30 in pre-sale, and the drop was recently announced. So, but I am with Orengo. Like, if I support Wizards, is just buying 2 products, and the rest I really don't give a rat's ass. They've been doing this year. They've been doing so many things that upsets not only the Magic the Gathering community, it has been upsetting as well the Dungeons and Dragons community. It's like your 2 communities are upset with yourself, with you Wizards. Like, it's either you guys start sitting down and analyzing, like, okay, this is gonna be what will be our next plan? Because one day probably the whole community is gonna take a stand and be like, the next upcoming set, we're not gonna buy anything. Local game stores will be affected, but it is what it is.
Always remember, Wizards sees you as part of the community as an obstacle to their money, and I would like everyone to just think of that every time you buy Wizards' product, like off the shelf.
I want to put one topic that was really interesting that I recently got dabbling in the forums, or the Facebook groups on Magic the Gathering from Puerto Rico and the States, but especially Puerto Rico. So you guys know that every local game store has the opportunity to do the RCQ. There's the regional qualifiers for the major events from the States. Here in Puerto Rico, the only store that has been doing them is Titan Games in the metro side of Puerto Rico. People have been stating that this is something that I want to get all of your opinions, and I'll be as honest as you guys can. But most of the comments were saying that Commander is what's killing competitive Magic. Nobody's playing standard. There's little group. The only store that I have listened that has Pioneer and Modern has been Barista's Game Room in Aguada. That's the only store that I've heard of a community that plays Modern and Pioneer and Standard, my bad. But do you guys actually think that one format is killing the competitive side, at least in the west side? Because in the metro side, it moves really fine. And you guys know this because a lot of the players that play in the metro side have gone to major events in the states. So do you guys think, and focusing in the west side because this is the side that we all of us usually play the most. Well, we play the most because that's where we live. Do you guys think that Commander is actually affecting local game stores in the competitive side?
I feel like Commander per se as a format isn't the culprit. I think we gotta sit down and kind of look at like why are people playing Commander more than they're playing the other formats? Why is it easier to get people into Commander? Um, for example, in our play group, we just have the fact that like most people are playing Commander, and sometimes people have tried other formats. But the problem is that a lot of people are just not willing to invest in these other formats because of how expensive like luxury cardboard is, and because a lot of times you just say, "Hey, cool, I could build me a modern deck, but I could also build me a really good Commander deck, which I'm actually going to be using." Blah 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 blah. It's just that part. There's a lot of old players here in Puerto Rico too, so it's easier to get like old cards. It's easier for them to keep using the stuff they already have versus having to buy a bunch of new product because of each standard set that comes out, or having to buy a bunch of new product because the new Modern Horizons product is out. Because sure, you can put out Commander Legends, but Commander Legends sets, even though they do bring like one or two cards that are like a huge staple, a lot of times it even depends on what colors you like playing in Commander. Like you're not gonna buy all of the staples. I mean, you can, but usually just play what you want to play.
Yeah, I don't. I agree with Chris. I don't think it's an issue of Commander killing other formats. I think we need to look at why people are playing Commander above other formats, because it's actually Wizards' fault. Wizards, because of the pandemic, which is understandable, they stopped doing competitive events. They only did them online because of necessity. I That's fine. That's fair. But people have come back to stores, but they go back to playing Commander because during the pandemic, what started gaining a lot of traction was just turning on Discord, turning on um, any app, any website. The website that we use now, which what's the name of the website?
Which one of all?
The one that actually Wizards ended up buying later on.
Gather?
The Gather. No, it's not the Gather. Shit.
Yeah.
Spell Table.
Spell table.
Spell Table, exactly. Spell Table, which started like as a necessity because people wanted to play, and well, if they didn't have Discord, they could use Spell Table. Then Wizards actually ended up buying Spell Table. People started using that to play Commander because we couldn't play competitively because of the the possibility of cheating, all that. And Commander, since it's so fun and so casual, no one's gonna like freaking cheat
Yeah.
because that's stupid. So then they would just play that, and then Wizards realized that Commander was getting a lot of traction. It was getting traction before the pandemic, but they were like really pushing this even harder. So they were like leaning harder on it to the point where every set is focused on the competitive element, but more importantly, it is thinking about Commander a lot. That's why there's been a bunch more legendary creatures than there have been in the past few years. Um,
Most of the
the
legendary creatures in the entire game have been printed in the past few years.
Exactly, exactly, because
It's more than half of
they're so pushed. Exactly, they're so pushed, and they're being printing so many of them. And then so you consider that, and then you consider the fact that when we got back to going to actual physical stores to play our Magic and go to Friday Night Magic, they have no good incentives to play competitive tournaments because you have like the promos, you have like the textless first prize promos and all that, but that's too few and far between. And they're getting better at them, but these promos are not as good as an incentive to get people to go back and play again in stores in competitive environments as they used to. What about player points? Stuff like that. Stuff like these have been eliminated throughout the years to where there's no incentive for me to go out, try to make a 300 400 standard deck to use for a year, 6 months to a year, and then having to change the cards because every new set becomes more busted than the last, so I have to keep readjusting.
Every 3 months we get a set, so sometimes your like super cool like archetypal deck just lasts 3 months.
Exactly. And then you wasted a bunch of money for a deck that might be completely useless in 3 months' time. So then what's the incentive? It's really hard. And then I understand the concern that the LGSs might have because, this is their bread and butter. Beyond selling actual product, they need to make tournaments to cultivate a community, which can in turn like buy stuff from their store. So, what are they left with? They can only do maybe commander tournaments or commander centric stuff. And I know Wizards is trying to make it sanctioned because they have realized we can't blame it all on it is Wizards' fault, but we can't just say it's like a Metro thing. In the States, it's also a problem. I'm pretty sure a lot of stores don't have that as many competitive tournaments as they used to have prior to the pandemic. And Wizards is trying to remedy this by trying to push even more Commander stuff and actually trying to make Commander a sanctioned thing, which bets that by the time Commander Legends comes out, I am pretty sure they're going to find a way to make Commander a sanctioned format that they can try to make tournaments from. They'll try
They should have been doing it
a long time ago. I agree. But I think they're gonna try because they're doing like a commander party thing over the summer, which I think is going to be like their way to kind of like see how they're going to create the rules for doing either pods or whatever and doing the point system for then. So then when you get to Commander Legends, I think they're going to like roll out how they're going to do this. But I don't know, like it's
the kind of stuff that you should have like showcasing and like, whenever you do like, well, when they did, for example, like any conventions, when you do any conventions, go ahead and like put these things in there, experiment with your player base in a place where it's so varied instead of then just doing the same stuff that we clearly see isn't working anymore. Like going, like having your convention and having people like play all it, since there's really no incentives to play. There's a lot less people that are interested in like, competing in a lot of these events and rather just sit at those same conventions to play Commander. Like I last time I went to one of those conventions, there was just a lot of the people that were already playing. They would maybe take a round loss or something, and then I would just see them like chilling at a Commander table.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's more. To some people, it's either more fun or it's either just less pressure to like build something hyper competitive, and you just kind of relax.
Yeah. You get to use your cards in multiple different decks. You only need one copy of them. We can use proxies because screw Wizards. They told us we could use proxies. So if you want to use proxies, go ahead. It's all casual anyways. So yeah. Sorry, JP.
Yeah. So currently more to the metro side of the island, but I play basically in the north for the most part. So I don't feel like Commander is killing other competitive formats. I feel like what Orengo said is right. There's just not enough incentive to play the other competitive formats. But another thing, and this is just my personal opinion, but another thing is just the management of LGSs. Management with LGSs, because it helps a lot. So currently in one of the stores, there's a dual commander tournament going, and then there's just normal commanders, and then there's standard, and then there's pioneer. Like there's several things they're doing, trying to target as many audiences as they can, and those audiences often bleed into each other through other ways. I've seen people who start in Commander say, "Oh wait, today's a dual Commander thing. How can I play?" and change the deck a bit, play dual Commander. Then they arrive on Standard Day and it's like, "I don't have a Standard deck, but someone from the stores has like a rent. You could rent a deck."
Okay, that's cool.
And it's an actual viable deck. It's not top tier, but it was like I'm pretty sure it was pretty good. At least at the time I saw this, and this is like you allow players to want to interact and play with the game, even if they can't afford a deck or be able to continue with their like uh, purchases. So a lot of the management does affect. Just theoretically, if I were to manage these stores for each event I would have at least a or two two decks like available. If hey, you want to play, we have a deck, and some people might even try it.
Hmm. Yeah, I completely agree. Uh, I agree to the fact that I would say like something that I've mentioned last, I think it was last Friday, with there was a lot of people that were complaining on Friday due to prices and whatnot from the local game store. And I told everybody like, hey, some of the two practices that I like of two other local game stores is the fact that you can go play Commander. One of them does require you to sign up just to like, have it probably in record. The other store does not even care. You know, you just go have fun, and if and the, at a certain time of the day in one of the local game stores, the store owner will provide you the Magic 30 promo. Here you go. Thanks for coming and playing. The other store, you just sign up. They put all the promos in the table at random. You pick one, and if you got the nice expensive one, good. If you got Wall of Roots, then you have a 25-cent promo card in your hand. Um, but it makes it much more easier because you're just you're giving you're giving your community like, hey, look, if even though we don't have a tournament, you're gonna get your promo. It's not the promo packs. Obviously, we want the promo packs, but in terms of like tournament wise, like we a lot of us have mentioned in chat, letting it be that Commander does not have a sanctioned event for pods. It's really difficult to be able to monetize, even though they in the store they keep doing it, but it's really difficult to monetize the fact that there is a chance that if I win table one, I lose table one, win table two and three in terms of standings, I should be in the final table or in the top four. But that does not happen because it's not a sanctioned event. They have a house rule, and so I think that Wizard of the Coast should at least the have in their companion app, right? Because that's what we all use for these events. A way that you can have a good sanction pod event for Commander, like that everybody that plays has a chance to win. You know, unless you want to go to the 1v1 route that nobody likes. Nobody likes 1v1 because strategies change. Your commander has to change. There's 1v1 commanders are more have a more wide variety of deck list, and I was just actually checking that out right now in the meta for 1v1, and the cheapest one is actually $205, and it's ranked 2 in 1v1 in the metagame. Felden Ronam Excavator, right? I
Mhm.
think, yeah, mono red deck. And I like that the fact that I have light pos there, but when I saw the list, I have to literally change my whole commander. But yeah, I think for at least in my experience, or for my opinion, is that commander is not killing the competitive format. It's just the fact of sitting down, checking out why people are playing Commander. The fact that Commander is an eternal format, you can play with whatever cards you have. If you don't have the money, you can build a budget Commander. There are budget deck lists out there. If you want to go to the CDH route, there's deck lists for CDH. There's tier list of like for what type of like commander deck you want to build. There's so many things that you can do in commander that you can't do in pioneer or modern or in standard, especially the fact that standard has the rotation plus the every 3 months we have a new set. Every 3 months I have to worry about if my deck is relevant. Every 3 months probably the main set that the deck is built through is going to move to the eternal formats. There's a lot of worries in competitive play as well. If you go in terms of money wise, if we go to modern, the most cheapest right now in the meta is mono green Tron that is going for $607. And
It's a mono green Tron is not good in like this meta.
oh, my bad. The cheapest
that.
one, my bad. The cheapest one is Burn. It's $487.
Burn is good.
And if you want to go top tier, you can buy Murktide Regent. That's for $1,080.
Jeez.
Then if you go to Pioneer, the cheapest deck I have in the listing is Mono White Humans for $207.
You can make like two cheap commander decks with those
Mhm.
prices.
Yep.
Maybe
That's
3.
exactly the problem.
Exactly. So yeah, that was one of the arguments that I saw like in the Magic the Gathering Puerto Rico Facebook group, and one of the store owners was like, he had a good point. Like, why am I going to invest in an RCQ that probably only the group that plays competitive in Metro is going to come down and nobody in the West is going to join in? Even though if you offer them like the biggest prize of the world, they're not going to come in.
Hmm.
So it makes sense. Competitive, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, I like competitive. When I was playing competitive in standard, it was super fun. You meet a lot of people, you learn, but in the end game, it's a lot of money that you have to invest every 3 months if something changes, right? Not like when I played, that mono red did not change at all for like 4 sets. So that was the deck that I was usually using.
That's the thing. Even with Commander though, like your decks can still have some longevity without like making much updates. But now, because a lot of the product is aimed directly towards Commander while not being part of a Commander set, I feel like it's just all gotten like way more fast paced. On top of the fact that we're getting like too much product.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of product. I don't know. It's something. Well, one day we'll sit down here together, and we're gonna be like, probably one day it will happen. So, guys, Cardboard Cave is gonna shift. So, due to the fact that Wizard of the Coast is closing doors, we're gonna give you content of all other TCGs out there.
Yep.
Nice.
We're gonna start doing the Disney one. What was the Disney one?
Lorcana.
Lorcana. Let's do Lorcana content. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely. Like I'm not opposed to it. I saw like the what are they called? Like the first edition sets or whatever that are coming out. The like the
It looks
pre-con.
cool. Yeah.
It looks cool. I've seen like very what's that? Like what I'm seeing that just like I've seen just 1 or 2 like little cards and stuff that have come in the like that they've like spoiled. And I like it. It's starting off like slow, but I feel like the game does have like the necessary tools to be like a good TCG. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens because I'm actually kind of excited for it.
The only thing that I don't like about Lorcana, the prices for the decks and the gift bundle, and I don't remember.
They're expensive.
Yes,
Yes,
but
So
the
insane.
booster
honestly,
box.
I'll like have a better opinion on how I feel about that depending on the quality of the cardboard.
Agree. Yeah, it'll depend on what ends up being like the actual price, because it might just be pre-sale prices. Maybe they don't actually have the prices yet. But if that's the price, it's a little prohibitively expensive out of the gate. Like I was gonna buy like a few decks just to try it out, but the deck box was like the booster box was like 150. I'm like, God damn, that's a little.
What
too
about
much.
the pre-cons? Were the pre-cons like $40 each?
$20.
$20?
That's
Yes.
why I wanted to buy a
not
few decks.
terrible.
I'll be
Yeah,
like,
I
I want to
think
buy some
there's
decks.
there are four pre-cons.
Yeah.
Four pre-cons. I know that one of them is Mulan and Mufasa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they kind of like mesh different
They
properties
mesh
together.
different characters together.
Mhm.
The bundle brings Hades, and I don't remember the other card are going to be the two promo cards that do not come out only in the bundle.
Okay.
So I like the prices because I told my wife, like I told her, I want to at least buy the decks and the bundle, and probably I would buy, if the prices are right, I would buy at least 3 booster boxes, have 2 of them locked in a safe, and then one of them I will open it. Just to be like, hey, I got first edition boxes. Hey,
Yeah.
you know. So that's the only recommendation that I do. If you are if you are a listener that wants to get into Lorcana and buy product, buy at least, I don't know, if you're planning on buying 3 boxes, out of the 3 boxes, at least keep one sealed and just save it.
Yeah.
That's gonna go up in price
All
when
of those
the
first sets of everything, just really good
Mhm.
to have
Just-
around as collector's items. The
Exactly.
stuff that can accrue value too.
And I'm gonna tell you guys why. Because when Flesh and Blood was still a first edition set, I did invest a lot of money in the first 2 sets. 2 sets, yeah, in the first 2 sets. And I think it was last week, I saw one of the cards that I used to have in foil, and it's going for $3,000.
Mhm.
I was like, sad. I was like, I would have had a lot of money. God damn it. But at the end of the day, if you want to have fun, play Magic. That's one of the things that that's something that we incentivize here a lot in Cardboard Cave. So I don't know, guys. You guys have anything else to say? Any other snippets that you guys want to talk about?
I was checking the TCG prices of the last couple of sets that have been released. So from like Dominaria Remastered, Jumpstart 2022, well 2023. I'm sorry, well 2022 because it came out last year. All will be one. All those recent sets, Dominaria United, the Brothers War, everything's so cheap. And I know, like I think it was last week. Rudy was talking about how fetches have gone under $10 for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah.
So right now, and we've always said this, just buy singles. Professor has said this, but now for real, buy singles. Like everything's super cheap. Everything's crashed down a crater. I wanted to buy Iker Moon something. I don't remember the card.
Gauntlet.
Yes.
Scepter.
Yes. No, the Gauntlet. It was the Gauntlet one. Because I remember that card when it came out, it was like $15. I'm like, God damn, it's a little bit expensive. And I really wanted for my Urza Planeswalker Buddy deck. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy it later. And I check right now, it's like $5. It's like, okay, so even if you think a card's gonna be like super expensive, unless it's like a Lilith just wait a little bit. Odds are it's gonna go down like by half of that price in a few weeks or months. So just buy singles. Everything is like super cheap right now. Unless it's like face cards or like really important like lore cards like the Elishtor or stuff like that, or like the Shieldred, which I know it went up really crazy in price. But that one is gonna crash when it comes out of standard. Like it won't go down to like $10, but it will go down at least to like maybe 40. You can probably get it by then.
Yeah.
But everything else is so cheap. So just buy singles, man.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Buy
Just buy a lot of
singles,
fetches. Just buy all the fetches that you need right now. They're all cheap. So cheap.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's the ones that are in Modern Horizon, yes, those are the most cheapest one. The ones that have not yet been reprinted, those are still pretty expensive.
Well, hopefully Commander Legends that'll get reprinted and we'll get like the actual 10 fetches in affordable prices for at least people who play Commander and keep destroying all the competitive formats with their precious Commander decks.
Let's put this in perspective. You can buy Vampiric Tutor for like $30.
you can buy
Vampiric
Force of
Tutor
Will
should
back
always
to the
cost 30
price it was
bucks.
like a decade ago. Because Force of Will used to be $60, and then Commander became a thing, and it rose up to like 100 something. Now you can actually get it back up again around 60 or $70. Force of
You can
Will.
get it. You can get
Hmm?
the Alliance one. The Alliance one, you can get it for $53.
There you go. Yeah,
Jeez.
You can get Eternal Masters one for 49.
yeah, they've reprinted so much of Force of Will so frequently that now it's like actually. I mean, it's still like $70. We understand this, guys, but in terms of what it used to be, it is
Mhm.
very
Mhm.
cheap.
Correct.
You can get Sylvan Library for $21.
Hmm.
Yes, and I
I think I
remember
got
that
mine
card.
cheaper actually when it just came out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. These cards, all these cards are being like really dipped in price.
Mhm.
It'll be interesting what
Yeah,
happens with
like
Commander Legends, considering Commander Legends is so
yeah,
expensive out of the gate, and a lot of people
Commander
are hyped
is
for
it?
it.
It's
So
gonna be Commander Masters. Remember.
sorry, Commander
Commander
Masters.
Masters.
Yeah, I keep saying Legends because I got stuck with that name. You're right, Commander Masters. Sorry, yes, but Commander Master, yeah, it's gonna be so expensive. But so I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I got my Jewel Lotus and my Mox Opal foil, both of them for like I think was 100. I think it was $160 for both.
Nice.
And I used stored credit. Like I didn't use cash. I just sold cards, and um the store gives 60% for when you take store credit. And it took me a while. I was like gonna get a bunch of cards for Lathril, but then in a random binder, I'm like, hey, look, it's a Mox Opal foil from Double Masters. I was like, let me check the price. I checked the Jewel Lotus. I'm like, okay. I gave the person all the cards that I took out. I was like, hey, I can put the back in. I don't mind. But I'm like, I'm only taking these two cards.
Sick.
you know, but it's like I mentioned to JP, like it's just the fact that I'm so close to finishing up Shurikai to have it fully legal. It's like it's just a joy. Even though I will still
Oh
be
yeah.
missing like three cards that are like $2,000 in between probably all of the three cards. But I know that I can switch them up for other cards. But at least the like cards that are really useful for the deck, I'm very close to having them all. So super excited about that.
Nice.
So is there anything else that you guys want to talk about?
I'm all good for now. Just same thing we've been saying. Buy singles, have fun.
Yeah.
Buy singles, have fun.
Let,
So let's go ahead.
let's see how
Uh-huh.
Wizards tackles the aftermath. Let's see how the video goes. Let's see how they pretend that stuff hasn't been leaked already. It'll be interesting. Oh, they'll keep pretending like they'll do like the whole because they do like the whole
The
presentation
Morrow
video.
spoiler thing.
Exactly. He'll be like, well,
There's gonna
guys,
be one card in the set that's gonna be a Sarkin.
Wait, isn't tomorrow the live stream?
is it like
I
do
I
they
think
do
think
it's
it on
so. It's
tomorrow.
usually
Thursdays?
on Thursdays, but
It
I'm
is
not
on
sure it's
Thursdays.
tomorrow.
Okay, it might be tomorrow, so we'll see. That'll be
This is
interesting.
Do you imagine the live stream? So we're gonna talk about March of the Machines aftermath.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna pretend. You guys better see the
leak
video.
the
Oh,
leak
fake
of the
news.
machines.
Fake news. Okay, fake news. You guys don't know what's coming out.
We got some
Oh god,
exciting new things you've never seen, kind of.
kind of, yeah. Oh god, that's too funny. That's too funny. So guys, let's go ahead. Round table. Tell us where can the people find you, and as well what you are doing right now. So then go start to start it.
Okay. Yeah, you can find me with you guys talking about sweet cardboard and sweet leaks. You can find me in Cinema Podcast, cinemapodcast.com. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. But more importantly, JP, where can the people find you?
You can find me here, the Cardboard Cave Podcast. I'm currently brewing a new deck, Zimone and Dina, and I'm hoping for the next Commander Night. She's hopefully made, but I usually take my times with making commanders, so it's probably gonna take me like a month. Anyways, Chris, where can they find you?
You can find me here on the Cardboard Cave podcast. You can sometimes interact with me on all of our social media as well as everybody here. And on occasions, you can find me on my Twitch, Crisscross13. And John, where can people find you, my dude?
So you guys can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast. I am usually in TikTok and or in Facebook. So if you guys send us a message, I will be probably one of the peeps that have will answer your message as well. You can find me on realinfilms.com. I do movie reviews and news. You can see my latest interview. There's with the director of the upcoming film that is going to be available. We thought that was not going to come to Puerto Rico, but it's going to be available in Puerto Rico in Caribbean cinemas. The film is called Sisu. So if you guys want to see my interview with other creators of Puerto Rico, of the filmmaker, go ahead and go to the YouTube channel. It's already available there. And I have a couple of upcoming reviews that are going to be going live today, and one of them is going live tomorrow. Is of the series called Citadel that's going to be available on Friday and on Prime. So check it
Nice.
out. That's what I'm working on right now, and covering two film festivals. One of them is the 10th annual Kung Fu Fest, and that's what I'm doing right now. And the one that I mentioned at the start of the podcast. So thank you for everybody that joined us tonight. Hope you guys have an amazing, great one, and see you guys in the next one.
Welcome to the Cardboard Cave podcast, the #1 show in Puerto Rico about trading card games. Thanks for Alter Sleeves for sponsoring our show. Use our affiliate link or code CardboardCave for 5% off your order and spice up your commander. Don't forget to follow us on our social media or listen to us in all major audio platforms.